Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Alif Iskandar bin Azalin and my friend Alif Haikal bin Saleh. Today we from Group 8 will explain about our presentation, which is Investor and Financial Institution. The objective of our assignment is first, develop a structure framework for assessing environmental and social risks in the palm oil industry. Second, identify the effective lending strategy that encourage sustainability practice among the palm oil producer. Third, analyze the role of environment, social and government ESG factor in guiding investment decision. Last, explore the potential of the green financing and impact investing in the supporting sustainable palm oil production. As introduction, Malaysia palm oil industry play a critical role in national development and contribute significant to GDP, employee and export earning. However, the industry has long been associated with environmental degradation, social injustice, governance weakness. As a financial institution consider the extending loan to a palm oil company, it must be rigorously evaluate the environmental and social risks associated with the investment. With the report outline the comprehensive with risk assessment framework, discuss how bank can promote sustainability through the leading lending policy, analyze the role of ESG in investment decision making, and explore the potential green finance and impact investing to promote the sustainability palm oil production. Let's talk about the framework assessing environmental and social risk. They have four components, which is environmental risk indicator, social risk indicator, governance and certification, and also risk rating and monitoring. First, environmental risk indicator. Deforestation, excess operation are located in HCV or HSCV, which is high carbon stock and high conservation value. Carbon emission, evaluate the emission from repeat land use, land clearing and mill operation. The third is water and soil pollution, that analyze the palm oil with mill influence, home treatment and chemical use. The fourth is diversity loss, identify the threat to the endangered species and ecological corridor. Second, social risk indicator. Land right confirm that whether free, prior and informed consent (FPIC) has been obtained from the indigenous or local community. Second is labor practice. Review the complaints with the labor law, worker safety, wage and unionization right. Last, community engagement. Investigate the grievance mechanism and history of social conflict. The third is governance and certification. Sustainable certification, like check for RSPO, MSPO or ISPO certification. ESG policy, evaluate the internal code of conduct and anti-corruption measure. Transparency require regular ESG reporting and third-party audit. And last but not least, risk and rating monitoring. We create an ESG scoring system to rate the risk level low, medium or high. Set the escalation criteria or for red flag issues like illegal deforestation. And lastly, monitor the post-investment activity using satellite and tracking the annual review. And next, we talk about how financial institution can promote the sustainability through the lending. So first, lending policy for sustainability. Bank can influence the palm oil producer by setting the ESG based on loan requirement. Using the sustainability linked loan where the interest rate and tie to ESG target. Include ESG clause in loan contract and supporting the smallholder through the micro loans and training for the certification. Second is role ESG investment. ESG help investor identify long-term risks such as investor issue like deforestation, cost, fine and bans. Second, social issue like land in dispute, disrupt production. And third, governance issue such as corruption lead to weak management. And lastly, is strong ESG perform attract the investor, lower capital costs. Next, about the third is green finance and impact investor. Green finance support to ecological projects like methane capture or reforestation. Impact investor in fund solution with measurable social or environmental outcomes such as helping smallholder become certificate. This to align the profit with sustainability. And lastly, provide the financial to support the smallholder. Smallholder often lack of access to credit and resource for certification. Bank can promote inclusive sustainability by offering micro loan or sustainability input. Second, supporting group certification scheme partnership with NGO to provide the training and technical assistance. We ensure the sustainability extend across the full supply chain, not just the large producer. I think that's all from me. I will pass to the presenter. to my friend. Thank you.
Next, I want to talk about the role of ESG factor in investment decision making. For an environmental consideration factor, the focus is more on the impact of a company activity to the natural environment, either it brings harm or good to the environment. For an oil palm company in Malaysia, this may include the deforestation rate, carbon footprint, and land use examining. The bank must evaluate an oil palm company beforehand to see if the company is adhering to the sustainable practices like a certification under RSPO, which is limit the deforestation, conserve biodiversity, and use a fewer pesticide. And this could reduce the long-term risk that relate to the environmental damage. And next is social factor. So social factor examines the company relationship, for example like the employees, customers, suppliers, and area where it works for concern about the human right. So a company has to ensure provide a safe working condition, fair wages, and observance of the lands right of indigenous communities. The oil palm industry in Malaysia has faced a significant social risk due to the issue with the child labour, migrant worker exploitation, and dispute with the local communities over land right. And this can tarnish a company reputation and long-term success. So it's good for the company bank to evaluate a company's social risk before, because it is essential for bank to stay clear of any dispute or disturbance that might have a detrimental effect on profit. Next is governance factor, which is referred to the men such as a leadership, executive pay, audits, and also a shareholder right. A well-governed corporation that values openness, accountability, and ethical decision-making is less likely to engage in financial mismanagement or unethical behavior. So before bank provide a loan to a company, they should choose a palm oil company that have a strong governance framework, such as independent director, clear financial reporting, and anti-corruption. A strong governance structures promote efficiency, integrity, and a lower likelihood of financial scandal. This could increase the bank credibility as a lender. So the first one is green financing. Green financing refers to the investment that were made in project or a company which have a positive environmental impact. This financial will aim to support a project that contribute to the sustainability of environmental sources. For example, renewable energy and waste management. And this method can reduce the environmental risk that associated in the oil palm industry. So green finance on the other hand can support initiatives that use sustainable farming method like organic farming, reforestation, and better land management. Next is impact investing. So impact investing is a form of investment that aim generating at both financial and return of social or environmental benefit. It is more focused on the funding companies and projects that were linked to the specific social or environmental objective. Impact investing plays an important role in supporting the initiative that promote a sustainable land use, which can improve the livelihood of smallholder farmers and enhance corporate governance. Green financing and impact investing have the potential to promote sustainable palm oil production by address the key challenges like limited financial resource for smallholder farmers, lack of infrastructure, and technical expertise. However, stronger regulatory frameworks are needed to enforce environmental and social standards. Despite these challenges, opportunity for innovation and collaboration exists, such as public-private partnership, government incentive, and increased transparency. This effort can help overcome barriers and scale up sustainable palm oil production. For the conclusion, by assessing the ESG factor and promoting green financing and impact investing, financial institutions can support the transition towards a more sustainable palm oil industry. This approach not only mitigates environmental and social risks but also position the bank as a responsible and forward-thinking player in the financial sector that contribute to the long-term sustainability of both the industry.